The saddest thing I lost at the start of COVID was
just missing out on things.
I haven't taken care of my mental health.
I was very much just kind of like lazing about.
I didn't know what was to happen in the future, but I had to prepare for the future.
Both my older brother and sister live in Singapore, so I have not seen them for 8 months, which is a lot. What I think helps with mental health is keeping a journal. It can just be about your, like, the thoughts and what's happening in your head. One, because it helps cement and think through what you're feeling, but also because by keeping a journal over a long period of time, even if it's not consistently, you can see the pattern of things. Things aren't permanent, and therefore you can appreciate things as experiences while they're happening. You can appreciate the fact that you will know something different and you will feel something different, you will have experienced something different once it's all over. And I feel that keeping a journal helps with that, and therefore helps with mental health and keeping yourself sane.
My advice would be to go out fresh air, and especially like a quick run or exercise, or being able to link up with friends can be really fruitful, really good for your mental health. And I know, for example, after I've had a good conversation with my mom or some really good friends, I often feel way better anyway. So, and just have some good chats and some honest chats. Honesty is so key. That'd be my top tip, is go out.
My advice on keeping your mental health good during these times, I'd say, is just remember that one, everyone's in the same position as you. Like everybody has been through the same thing, whether it's GCSEs or A-levels. And also it's okay to have bad days. I have bad days all the time, and everybody has bad days. So I think it's okay to remember that you have bad days, but then also remember that after the bad day, then you can have a good day. So I think remember that there's always something good about life and about quarantine. There's always something good that you can do.
mental health wise. I've gone for lots of runs, lots of walks, and more recently I've been able to visit one of my sets of grandparents down by the sea as things have become a bit more lenient, and I've done lots of swimming as well. And so I think that exercise is wonderful because it concentrates the mind in a different way. It's a different form of catharsis than music or art.
My advice on staying productive during these times is to use that time to do the things you wanted to do, which you couldn't do before the lockdown, and also explore new ideas.
Life is just interesting. Like, there are thousands of things to think about or to do in life. There's so much to do. It's insane. There's so much to be interested about. So it's good to remember that sometimes. And I mean, of course, sometimes you don't feel like doing things, even though there's so much interesting stuff to do. But remember that there is always something you can do. It doesn't have to be productive in the way of it's going towards your life goal, but everything you do is something you've done. That sounds redundant, but I guess the main thing would be to have a routine. And it's the most boring thing. I remember hearing this, and it's like, I don't keep a routine normally. Why should I keep a routine now? But it doesn't have to be like a serious routine, but just like dressing every day. Even if you wake up at like 12, but making your bed, or a little thing that changes your day up so you have a beginning, middle, and end to your day. So you know that something's happened during that day. You've done something, and it's something that you do each day. It's like a little marker for each day.
My advice about staying productive during this time is to know where you can find inspiration. It's very hard with everything shut to kind of keep that flair and keep that energy going. But I have been listening to lots of music, looking at lots of art books, and religiously discovering all these films which I hadn't seen before, and rewatching old favourites, which has really influenced me and kept me going.
I think one of the things that's helped me stay inspired is just the atmosphere in general that my family and my friends have created. I'm really grateful to them for doing that. But like myself, I've tried really hard to keep my practice going and to make it as good as I can. I try to change my mindset instead of thinking about like quantity rather than time. And I think that's really helped me because I want to be the best musician I can after lockdown.
Don't be too ambitious. Don't set yourself like 10 goals in a day, which could be quite hard to do. But like 2, 3, 4 relatively easy to hard ones should be good to go.
I definitely think it takes work on both sides. Calling them, texting, I think even just checking in and seeing how they're doing on a daily basis. I mean, it takes 2 seconds to text someone. Have a great day. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, I think it's really important to talk to people, because you have to remember that at some point, hopefully in the future, we will leave this pandemic, and either you will leave more productive with more things than you went in with, busy, got lots of things going because people want you to do stuff with friends, or you will leave having watched YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and done nothing and have no friends because you didn't talk to anyone because you didn't want to, whatever. So you just got to think about what you want to end up leaving with. More productive, or, same person, or doing less than you were doing before. Up to you. Your decision, really.
That's one thing I think I've actually done quite well during this time, is keep up my friendships. I had a friend who we were reading the Bible daily, and we got up to like day 85, and then we kind of stopped. So yeah, just calling my friends basically. The friends that I game with, well, we talked to each other most nights because we had like a common ground, a common activity we were doing, which was the gaming and then talking. Then those friends that don't necessarily game, just putting time aside to really call them, text them during the day, stay in contact. Social media is a wonderful thing, so that would be my top tips. Just keep in contact, really.
I'm really lucky because I've got a few friends who are really good at maintaining contact. So there was like a month or so when I had a friend who I was literally calling every week or twice a week. I had a friend who I would try and meet up with a call as often as possible and play games with. I had an amazing friend who organized an online book club, and that was really amazing because it's once a week and it's not just like a social thing. That means you also got something week round to work towards because you read the book and then you get to socialize with people. So thank you, the amazing Adele, because you really helped me maintain friendships. So have amazing friends basically is the answer. No, I think if you're motivated to keep contact with your friends and you've got the time, then it should be easy. You can find online games, you can find different ways to call, you can come up with projects and activities. There's endless amount of opportunities and things that you can do.
My advice about maintaining friendships during this time is have a set time of day that you spend on your phone, phoning people and messaging people. Because I found after the first half where it was kind of ringing people all the time, it's quite exhausting to spend so much time on your phone. So actually, if you really focus on it for a particular period, it's far more fulfilling, and then you can go on to something else and not be distracted.
Number 1, wear a mask. I would say number 2, make use of the time you have there, because you don't know when they might decide to shut the schools, or they might not decide to do that again. I don't know. But yeah, make use of the time you have there. Enjoy yourself as much as possible. Know your timetable. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not a lot. Have a good time as much as you can, staying within all the rules which have been provided for COVID-19 and staying safe and stuff like that. And treat it as though it's last year. When I say that, I mean treat it as though COVID wasn't around, but within those precautions. Remember to smile and go for it. Okay, next clip.
The advice of encouragement I have is to always stay focused and be prepared.
My advice is, treat this year as any normal year. Me, myself, I'm going into university in September, and I'm looking at buckling down, making sure that, I'm getting up on time, getting onto my online lectures, taking all the notes, just being proper serious with it. Yeah. I think although this is tough times and it's a bit of a weird setup, I'm one for making excuses, and I know I shouldn't be making an excuse, and I should actually be trying to do the best that I can, even in these like weird circumstances. So I guess have courage, be brave, and even if you are a bit rocky at the start and things you just can't really get your head wrapped around certain things, that's okay. Just keep trying. Effort's really key. So put in your best effort. That's all that really matters.